How's it going, reef keepers? Just wanted to make a short video for primarily new reef keepers who are interested in green star polyp as possibly, a first coral. So I have pretty much always had green star polyp in my tank. I think it's absolutely undeniably beautiful. And unlike some corals that spread, because green star polyps do spread, it does not launch itself around the tank at random and begin spreading in places that you cannot address unless a piece of it breaks off for some reason, like your urchin pulls it free, or you accidentally nick it while you're scraping the glass. As long as nothing happens to dislodge a piece of it, you're good. It stays in one spot and it will spread completely over a rock like this one has here. It's covering the entire surface of a small flat piece of live rock that I started this on as just a small frag with 4 or 5 tiny polyps on it. I actually threw out today a massive hunk of green star polyp, larger than this one by about twice the size. And the reason I threw it out was because it had taken up this space all the way into the corner, and it was starting to touch the corners of the tank. And I could see it starting to try to lock on and start climbing the glass. And I'm not interested in that. I keep this on an island, and unless you want your tank wall covered in it and constantly fighting it back, I would suggest keeping it on an island so that it can only replicate inward on itself and just kind of build layers on itself. It will grow over rapidly, as if your tank parameters are even halfway solid. It will grow over anything. A little piece of it touched this rock over here, and one tendril created one polyp. That started from one polyp only about 2 months ago. And now it's proliferating, and it will take over that whole piece of rock. Absolutely. Within a matter of months, that whole piece of rock will look just like this. So it is a gorgeous luminescent coral. It could live in a mud puddle with table salt in it as far as corals are concerned. So this is a good one when you're still figuring out your parameters to go ahead and pull the trigger on, because if it's closed up, your parameters are pretty far off, or you really need a water change, and it will sort of help train you as a new reef keeper to understand, okay, corals need weekly constant maintenance. Even quote unquote easy corals that could live in a salty mud puddle like this one, figuratively speaking, you really need to keep up on general maintenance week in and week out in order for them to absolutely thrive. Lighting conditions, I've had them in low light, medium light, even high light. Medium or low light is probably my first suggestion. High light, they do pretty well, maybe drawn back a little bit, but not much, maybe not even enough that you could tell. And then flow, I've had them in low flow, medium flow, high flow. I think they probably like medium flow the best. I would say don't rip at them too hard, and similarly, don't let them kind of stagnate. But as long as they have halfway decent flow, they're doing well. Like you can see the flow on this right now, pretty standard for it. Just constant, gentle waving in the current. So, great option. Look, you can see how much it pops, even compared to corals around it that are more pastel color. I mean, it is luminescent for sure. So, highly recommend. Go ahead and give me a like and subscribe if you're interested in more content. Thanks.